Hello viewers, you're watching Benefit News and I'm Yuvraj. Time is 5 p.m. and today morning there is a tragic news came in from Vadodara when a BLO assistant died while on duty. This happened during the ongoing SIR process which began on November 4 in 12 states including Gujarat, and this is not the only death in the past few days. We have been witnessing three more deaths in the last 4 days regarding the suicides and also the deaths linked to the particularly work pressure. If we talk about the recent case which happened today morning, the Usha Ben, she was a 50 years old BLO assistant who used to work at the primary school and who used to work for during the ongoing process where she was actually collecting the data and the documents from the voters who are eligible or not. She collapsed during her work, and many people who were there at the scene, they took her to the hospital and she was pronounced dead. Currently, many questions are being raised against the SIR process, and it is not about the vote chori as the opposition says. It is about how the BLO, the teachers who are working on ground, nearly 50,000 teachers are working across the state, and the working conditions about on the BLOs are becoming very pathetic according to them and according to some association regarding the teacher association, and they have been demanding that the workload has to be less. We have seen that yesterday another news came in from Gir Somnath where a BLO, a teacher who died by suicide, and he left behind a note. He particularly said in his note that he was actually under the work stress because of the SIR process. When Benefit News team contacted the collector NV Upadhyay of Gir Somnath, so he particularly said this thing that Arvind, who died by suicide yesterday, he was actually working really well. He has already completed 43% of his work, and he was among those BLOs who was actually doing a really good job. Talking about today's incident, Usha Ban is something I'm we can see that how BLOs are actually trying to portray and highlight their issues regarding the SIR process. If we talk about the fresh allegations, teachers claim that the excess workload are is beyond their teaching responsibilities. We have been seeing the reports that in the schools, some teachers are claiming that we are not able to give time for the education because we are not getting time from the SIR process. Documentations and the uploading documentation, digitization of the documentation, and also the deadline is now December 4. So it is all going to consume their working hours, and also there are some instances where teachers are working late at night. If we talk about the complaints from the teachers associations, so there are complaints where teachers are being forced into exhaustive and non-teaching duties. They have been not they have been denied of the basic necessity as alleged by some teacher associations, and they are not able to work properly in the friendly and in the workable environment. Unions have warned that this can create a mental and physical burnout for them, and they are not able to perform their duties as teachers in the school as well. There is a demand that the teachers should be removed from this BLO work because this is actually a very tough job in a very limited time. If we talk about the officials, Benefit News team has approached multiple officials wherever these incidents happened, and if we talk about the today's incident, we approached the collector Anil Dhamelia, who has said on the who has spoken to us on the incident. Listen to him.
BLOની કામગીરી મેં શરૂઆતમાં જ કીધું એમ ઘટે એ માટેના સતત પ્રયત્નો ચાલુ છે. મોટી સંખ્યામાં આપણે આજે પણ આપણે અલગ-અલગ કેન્દ્રો ઉપર બેસીને એમનું ડિજિટાઇઝેશનની કામગીરી હાથ ધરાય છે. વોલ્યુન્ટરીલી ઘણા બધા બાળકો પણ આપણી સાથે જોડાયેલા છે. હું પણ ફિલ્ડમાં જઈને આવ્યો, સવારથી ફિલ્ડમાં હતો ત્યારે પણ ખૂબ કોલેજના બાળકો પણ આ કામગીરીમાં મદદરૂપ થઈ છે. વિશેષ કરીને લોકો પણ જ્યારે BLO સાથે આપણે જવાનું હોય ત્યારે BLOને સહયોગ કરે, આ કામગીરીમાં મદદ કરે. આપણે આગામી 15 દિવસની અંદર જ્યારે કામગીરી કરવાની છે ત્યારે પ્રયત્ન એવો કરવાનો છે કે કોઈ પણ કર્મીઓને કોઈ પણ પ્રકારના તણાવમુક્ત વાતાવરણમાં રહીને કામગીરી પૂરી થાય. સાથોસાથ આપણા તરફથી પણ એમને પાયાની સુવિધાઓ અને સાથોસાથ એમને કોઈ વધારાના સમય દરમિયાન કામગીરી ના કરવી પડે. અમારો પ્રયત્ન એવો પણ છે કે બીએલઓને કોઈને રાત્રિ દરમિયાન કામગીરી ના કરવી પડે. એટલે જેટલા ફોર્મ પણ રિસીવ થાય છે એ બધાનું ડિજિટાઇઝેશન બીએલઓ સિવાયના કર્મીઓ મારફતે કરાવડાવીએ છીએ, જેથી બીએલઓનું ભારણ ઓછું થાય. બુથ લેવલ ઓફિસરને આપણે જેમનું થયેલી છે ઇલેક્શન કમિશન ઓફ ઇન્ડિયા મારફતે આ વખતે શક્ય હોય ત્યાં સુધી કહું પણ છે કે શિક્ષકો ઉપરાંત અન્ય સના આપણે પણ કામગીરીમાં જોતરી શકીએ, કામગીરીમાં જોતરી છે. સાથોસાથ ઘણી બધી અને કેન્દ્ર સરકારની જે સંસ્થાઓ છે એમના કર્મીઓ પણ લાગે. અત્યારે હાલના તબક્કે જે કામગીરી ચાલી રહી છે ચોક્કસ જહેમતપૂર્વકની કામગીરી છે, લાંબા સમયની ચાલનારી છે. એટલે ખાસ કરીને બીએલઓ તરફની જે માંગણીઓ છે એ માંગણીઓ આપણે રાજ્ય સરકારને કન્વે પણ કરેલી છે.
Officials are continuously saying the only thing that we have been working towards reducing the workload on the BLOs, because BLOs are the ones who are going on ground and checking and verifying the voter list personally. If we talk about the voters, eligible voters and the population in Gujarat, there are over 5 crore population, and opposition, mainly Congress and Aam Aadmi Party, have been raising this issue that the BLO deaths are not accidental. They 3 deaths are linked to the heart attacks on duty, and 1 death is suicide. They have been saying this again and again that that the BLO teachers have to take on the pressure, and they are not able to cope with the time and the deadline, and because of this intense amount of pressure from the district authorities, including mamlatars, collectors, they are taking such extreme step. Their health conditions are getting ruined as claimed by them. We have seen that officials are constantly saying the same thing, that in this process, this is a very complex process. Benefit News team has also approached and has also spoken to every collector, and also tried to speak to the CEO of Gujarat, but he refused to comment on that. We are constantly highlighting this issue that the on ground work during the SIR process is not friendly. It's not something which is easy for the BLOs. Government is again and again making their stance very clear that these are not some this is something which are accidental, and we have to make sure that these incidents are not isolated in a way. We are going to keep a close tab on this news, and we are going to keep a close tab on the recent developments, and also on the latest and upcoming developments during the SIR process. Keep watching Benefit News for more news and updates. We are going to keep you updated with everything happening in Gujarat. Thank you.